Hello, my name is Shiraz Hussain and this is Anime Matters. So, episode 3 of Kaguya-Sama Love is War, Ultra Romantic Season 3 has come out. And all I can say is, wow, Miyuki, you really ruined Maki Shigeru's life. And I'm not so sure if Nagisa really liked Tsubasa in the first place. Only until Miyuki told Tsubasa to do that door thing, only then did Nagisa start having romantic feelings with him. And only after that, they became a couple and started dating. So yeah, for episode 3 it looks like, almost like you could say the debut of Maki. She is the cousin of Kaguya Shinomiya. And it looks like because of Miyuki, she was a little bit late, as you could say. The early bird gets the worm. And somehow we're involved in a more or less love triangle. I would say Tsubasa and Nagisa actually do make a good couple. Well, from what I've seen so far in this series. Anyhow, the beginning bit of the episode was Nagisa believing that Tsubasa was in love with Maki and is cheating on her, as she explains to Maki and Kaguya. From what Nagisa tells them, we, just like Miko Ino, believe that all this evidence doesn't really prove that there's an affair going on. These examples were Tsubasa and Maki just simply talking to one another. They were both shopping with each other. Actually, you know what? I have to agree with Nagisa on this one. I mean, why is Tsubasa, well, Nagisa's boyfriend, going with another member of the opposite sex shopping? To me, that's a red flag. And I don't know why Miko Ino doesn't agree with that one. And also, it looks like Tsubasa is getting help from Maki for his studies. For all these points, Kaguya agrees with all of them that Tsubasa is having an affair. Especially with this one with the studies. Like, this is a no-no. Which is an irony because they show a scene of Miyuki being taught by Chika how to rap, it looked like. Which was quite hilarious because you can only see the back of Miyuki, so you can't really tell, but I'm pretty certain it was him. The one thing that Kaguya didn't agree was that when Nagisa said that basically Tsubasa and Maki went together in a karaoke room, that there was no evidence that they would be cheating. But that's the only thing that Miko actually believed was true, that they were cheating, which I thought was quite hilarious. So from what we can tell from this episode is that Nagisa is pretty scary. I mean, we did see this in the previous season, but in this episode she was downright scary. More or less complete yandere, you could say. There was one advice I would say for Maki would be, have 5 bodyguards with you at all time. To put more creepiness to Nagisa, it looked like she figured out Tsubasa's password on his phone and secretly looked at his messages just to see whether he was cheating or not. But fortunately, there were no suspicious messages. I mean, one thing I don't get is, how does a boyfriend or girlfriend not know each other's mobile phone passwords? I guess I'm married, and my wife knows my own phone password, so she can look at my messages anytime she wants. Anyhow, back on the story. Nagisa also has private investigators. Yes, you heard right. Yeah, they're investigating to whether Tsubasa is cheating or not. Well, in the end, we find out that actually Maki and Tsubasa were actually looking for a present for Nagisa. It ends up being a nice necklace, heart-shaped necklace. The boys think it's really lovely. The girls think it's really stupid. But the only girl that loves it is Nagisa. Which results in Nagisa and Tsubasa smooching each other. Tongue, 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 tongue. It was almost like they were going to eat each other's faces out. Don't think any of our main characters were ever the same again. Heck, not even Maki. And this resulted into Maki getting really depressed. And that's why she was on the floor, laying down. And then we had Miyuki stepping on our poor face. I felt so bad for Maki. But that voice was downright hilarious. Anyway, as I said before, yeah, Miyuki's fault that this girl is in a situation that she is in. And she tells them both, eventually, thanks to Ishigami, that she does like Tsubasa. And it looks like she's going to keep the secret between the two of the boys. Also, they mentioned how cute she was when she admitted that she loves Tsubasa. She doesn't seem to be on good terms with Kaguya. I mean, she's calling her auntie. And I think she did mention to the boys that I think she's been kicked out of the family twice. Well, the Shinomiya family. Miyuki did mention that Kaguya and Maki do look vaguely familiar when they are cute. Well, I will tell you one thing, Kaguya and Maki are both more or less tsunderes. Well, Maki is much more tsundere than Kaguya is, but let's be honest, they're both tsunderes. There is one more final bit. It was the 10 yen coin thing. They got the idea when Miyuki went with the group date thing from last week's episode. So basically, the game goes you ask a question, and then everyone puts a coin marking yes or no. So yes is heads, tails is no, and it's hidden underneath a blanket so no one knows who said yes and who said no. Anyway, Chika has the first question. If any of them loved someone, which was quite interesting as there was 3 heads, meaning 3 had said yes. Now, 1 would have been Kaguya, 1 would have been Miyuki. But third, who was the third? I'm gonna take a chance and I'm gonna say it's Ishigami. Maybe love someone. Unfortunately, I saw some spoilers from the preview. Looks like it'll be Ishigami having a relationship with Tsubame from the cheerleader squad. Miko and Ishigami have the exact same question, whether the rest love them. I think from these coins, it actually tells us what the characteristics of Ishigami and Miko are. Ishigami flipped the coin to show that he hated himself, just to see whether everyone else liked him. I feel as though Ishigami has always been a very negative guy and has such low self-esteem to himself. Meanwhile with Miko, what this episode tells us is that Miko loves being pampered, and this may make her vulnerable to guys. I'm pretty sure that's what Ishigami was talking about. This is Miko Ino's weakness. Meanwhile, Kaguya is looking at everyone's coin, as every coin has a different date on it, and she knows what coin Miyuki has. So she goes for the kill. She asks whether anyone liked her. And there's one thing I need to tell you. Shirogane cannot lie, because there is a lie detector in the room. Thank you, Fujiwara. So yeah, fortunately, Miyuki ends up having spare coins in his pocket. So he just brings out the one with the same date as everyone else's. Well, what most had. Then it's his turn. He goes for the kill. He asks, has anyone been cheating by looking at the dates? It looked like Kaguya would be in trouble. She had to go for the truth. But she wasn't the only one cheating. It was also Ishigami and Fujiwara as well. All I can say is it looks like both our main characters got off away without losing today. However, the war is not over. Kaguya-Sama Love is War. It's not over. A very fun episode, and it was nice to have fresh characters having their own little storylines, so I quite enjoyed this episode. And I hope you have too. So I hope you enjoyed listening to this, and so peace out and take care, because anime matters.